Hey everybody, this is Robert from Black Belt Gaming. Welcome back to Warhammer Quest, the adventure card game. We're heading into, I think, round number 2. Now as I look at the layout here, it's been a number of days since I played the first round. We've got the priest with 3 cards exhausted. That means the next time we exhaust battle prayers, we should refresh everything over here. We've got our Way Watcher with half plate armor, and I think she is now going to start this round as the first player. And I think one thing that I neglected to do was to refresh these guys after we went through the enemy turn. However, it was mentioned that I should have flipped over this card, but I swear to you, looking into the rule book, I can't find where that would have happened. Some of you also commented that it looked like the rules as they were played for me this round looked all correct. So who is right? I don't know, but I didn't see where that thing would have flipped over. So it didn't activate. It was exhausted by one of the Way Watcher's actions. So be interested to hear what you have to say. If you know that it should have flipped over, please tell me where in the rule book you would see that. I just always like to be able to reference that so I can learn it, and then I can pass that along for anyone else who may have a similar question. I think that about covers it. So here we go. Let's head into round 2 of this first quest, A Foul Stench. Well, let's begin things here with our Way Watcher. At the start of the round, I don't think we have to bring out any new opponents. We've got 6 progress points toward the 7 that we need to get through this first location. I think, well, I know I won't be able to explore with the priest next turn, or, next activation. So I'm trying to decide if I should explore now or wait. We do have a gigantic spider, and I noticed that in my tutorial, and then again here, I still haven't used ranged attack to its maximum efficiency yet. Some of you are telling me that I could shoot from here into the shadows and not need to directly engage the enemy to bring him down in front of me, which would cause me to roll a black die. If I shoot from here, there's no black die necessary because I'm not engaged with an enemy in front of me. So why don't we try that? I know everything is upright, but I'm going to go ahead and use Deadly Shot. It says you may engage one enemy. I don't want to. So I think taking that word may instead of must, I'm going to pass on that. Ranged attack. We're going to take this 1 white die and make our ranged attack. And if we defeat an enemy, we recover a health point, but we haven't suffered any damage yet. So let's go ahead and roll this in our little amazing dice tower here, and without touching it, I'll let you see what it is. We have 2 successes. So we just were attacking this gigantic spider. Now I think if I had attacked this one and just done 2 damage to it, then it would flip over. But I'm going after this spider, so that should be 2 points of damage on that thing. I'm going to put a couple of markers on him there. And we'll continue down. It says ready all of your actions. Everything was already prepared, so I think we're fine. And that's going to finish it for the Way Watcher. Alright, I'm over here with the Warrior Priest. He only has 1 damage on him. Everything else is exhausted, so we're going to have to do battle prayers. It says you may exhaust 1 non-nemesis enemy engaged with you. We don't have any enemies engaged with us right now, so we'll have to pass on that. Rest. We get to, I think, roll 1 white die with no black dice. And we've got a shield and 1 success. And I think any successes allow us to heal. So we've had 1 wound, we come back up to full. Choose 1 hero. That hero becomes empowered. That was a condition, right? I think that came up for us in the tutorial. Let me take another look at this. Do not exhaust the next action card you use. During that action, apply +1 success. After that action, discard this condition. Okay. Well, I guess I will empower myself. Can I do that? Choose 1 hero. I'm a hero. I think I'm going to empower myself. Let me know if I can't do that, but that's what I'm going to do. And then ready all of your actions. So we will upright these puppies. And then we head into activation number 2. Remember, each hero activates 2 times during the solo game. Alrighty then. We're back with the Waywatcher activation number 2. What do we want to do? I think we want to attack again. And I never really thought about that, but I think we can. Deadly shot, I think we can, because she's going to be able to keep shooting out these arrows all the time, because this card is not going to exhaust. That's pretty neat. So let's have her skip that enemy engagement and instead make another ranged attack on this spider. Maybe we can kill it this time. And we've got 2 successes, and I think that will kill it. So we take the giant spider, who already had 2 points of damage on him, and I think he is now destroyed. And the other success is simply lost. We don't have any health to recover. Ready all actions. I think we're good to go. That was easy. Well, now we're back to the Warrior Priest. All actions are available. I think we'll do his Explore. So, if I'm not mistaken, if we can explore, I don't know, something is going to come charging out of the shadows and attack us. But anyway, I'm new to this game. Let's see what happens. Let's go ahead and explore. We're going to exhaust this card in a moment, but we are empowered. So actually we will not exhaust this card, will we? Do not exhaust the next action card you use. During that action, put +1 and +1 defense. Well, maybe I'll use a little dice instead. Maybe that'll be easier to remember. And after that action, we'll throw away this condition. Okay, so we're going with Explore. We're rolling 2 white dice. We have no enemies to worry about. We've got a shield, and then we've got another reroll. So this is definitely going to get us out of this first location. We've got another success and a shield. So what is that? 3 successes now and 3 defense. But all of this goes straight into points. So that's 1, 2, 3. 3 more exploration points here on the location card. Choose 1 hero. That hero claims 1 success token. Where does that go? Does it just float beside the hero? or does it go on a specific action card? I'm not sure. I don't know if that's come up with me before. It may have, and I can't remember what I did, but let me take a look in the rule book again to see if there's something that clarifies that for me. Alright, success tokens. We can use these to add additional successes. Here are the bullet points. Before rolling the dice, when performing an action, the active hero can spend any number of these tokens from his chosen action card to apply +1 for each spent. Okay, so it does go on a card. Each action card can have a maximum of 2 on it at a time. When a game effect instructs a hero to discard these tokens, that success cannot come from successes already spent. The aid action allows another hero to place success tokens on his action cards to be used during future actions. Okay, so choose one hero. That hero claims a success token. I guess we will choose the Waywatcher, and let's give it to her deadly shot, since she's only rolling a 1 die, 1d white in most situations, 1d6. And I think that is it. This +1 success, I think we already did all that. So instead of exhausting this card, we throw away or discard the empowered condition. Alright, so I think we got a better understanding of that. That was the second activation for our warrior priest. So I think we're done with the heroes, and now we're ready to move into the next phase. Maybe that's the enemy phase. Alright, enemy phase. It looks like he has no enemies in front of him to activate. Actually, we're going to go to the Waywatcher. She's the first player. She will need to now flip over this creature, and it will activate, and I believe engage. Isn't that correct? Alright, so that doesn't seem to be right. Instead of advancing to engage, we just follow this line of effects, and it looks like the first effect is inflict. However, this thing is up in the shadows, right? My Waywatcher is down here. I believe the inflict says that happens to the hero engaged with the enemy suffers a number of wounds. Okay, if the enemy is in the shadows, the hero activating it suffers these wounds. Alright, so we are going to take the wounds. So let me read that to myself one more time. The hero engaged with the enemy suffers the wounds. If the enemy is in the shadows, the hero activating it suffers these wounds. So it still stays in the shadows, but it's going to hurt me from a distance. So that means now that I guess perhaps attacking and then shuffling back into the shadows, it's going to bite our Waywatcher for 2 damage. So let's start by putting these damage counters on the armor, since that gives us +4 to our health value. So that's what the inflict did. Next it said that we would ensnare. And ensnare says if the enemy is in the shadows, exhaust 1 action. So the enemy is within the shadows, so we have to choose one of our actions to exhaust. Maybe we'll choose aid and exhaust aid. Alright, and then it looked like there was maybe one more line of text or one more word, keyword, and it was retreat. And this thing is already in the shadows, so I think that is done. Okay, interesting. We learned a little bit there. So I think that will do it for the enemies because there's nothing else to attack, and all of that would have exhausted him. And then now at the end of the enemy phase, I think he uprights, and that resolves the enemy phase. Alright, so we're heading into this location phase, and I'm trying to teach myself how this works. I don't know if we've ever had in the tutorial or anything so far really leaving a location and going to another, so this is a first. We have to resolve any location effects. So what are the location effects here? It says at the end of the location phase, the party leader exhausts one action. At the end of the location phase. Well, right now it's just the beginning. Well, not all location effects are resolved each game round. Okay. Well, let's go to this traveling. When the amount of progress on a location card is equal to the location's value, it's fully explored. If the location is fully explored, the party may choose to travel. When we travel, the previous location card and the tokens are discarded. Additionally, all non-nemesis enemy cards in the shadows, and I think that would be you, sir, are discarded. Then the party leader draws new location card, places it face up, and spawns enemies. So I don't think that this is going to activate because the location phase is not completed. Let me know if I'm goofing up here. This might be easy to fix, but I think we're leaving, and this location is now used, and we're traveling on, and the next place we arrive is the sewer system. The horrid stench of rotting food and what is that? Effluent is overpowering. Any missteps or error could result in unpleasantness. So when you have this card out in front of you, at the end of the location phase, each hero who has 2 or more exhausted actions suffers a wound. Okay. So keep your head out of the sewage. Alright, so we've turned that over. Non-nemesis enemy cards in the shadows are discarded. So this isn't a nemesis, so bye-bye gigantic spider. We just left Mama Spider there by herself. And what else do? We need to start spawning enemies. So right now we're still with the Waywatcher as the active player. So I guess she's going to take on some of these bad guys first. And we need to draw some baddies from our enemy deck. Let's see what we get. I think that's 1 engaged and 3 in the shadows, isn't it? So the Waywatcher has in front of her a gigantic bat. And then up in the shadows here, we have 3 unknown enemies there. Alright, so I think that now finishes the location phase, and we're ready to move into the Peril phase. And let me take you up there with me now. The Peril phase is going to move that little marker 1 space. And I think we've just triggered something in the green text. A grinning goblin steps into view. This is Grump's place. He waves a nasty, filth-smeared dagger at you. Zog off, or I's gonna shank you with me shank. Alright, spawn odious Grump. So, there he is beside the Peril card. And where does he go? I guess when he spawns, where does he spawn? Does he spawn in the shadows, or does he engage? I'm not sure. Let me see if I can find an answer to that. Alright, as best as I can tell, under the section spawning enemies, it looks like that to spawn an enemy, a hero draws an enemy and places it face up in the play area, so you are engaged with it. Let me know if this is wrong, but I believe that means that our Waywatcher here may be standing in front of Odious Grump. So I think when this guy spawns, I think he spawns and engages with her. And I believe that ends the Peril phase. So that's going to end round 2. Let me know how I'm doing here. I think we're okay, but if you've spotted any errors, let me know, and I will happily correct them. Hopefully, if there is something I missed, and if there's anything you can cite for me where you saw it in the book, that's always a big help. Thanks for watching, everybody. I know this is going slow. I'm really trying to be careful with this game to make sure I'm learning it correctly. I appreciate all your help and all your views and support and all your comments. So take care, and we'll, at a snail's pace, edge our way into round 3, hopefully very soon. Take care.